I look up.
You, I'm giving her a card for that, but you failed to see a large zeppelin that the GM just has failed to mention to you because he's completely researched. Yeah,
Oh, people rarely look up.
that's true. That's why I gave you a card. Always look up.
So I take it we were hoping to find a zeppelin here.
I think Glenn was hoping to like find ourselves in an ambush.
Yeah. Trying to see what the hell's going on.
Somebody drops a rock on his head from a zeppelin.
Because there are, we got T-Rexes that can breathe fire and pterodactyls that can probably also breathe fire.
Probably.
That would just be our luck. Does it sound like they made it come from Fantasyland?
I've never been there. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
This is like very soon after Glenn and I first woke up at all from our previous whatever those were lives. Was the last and first time that we were in Burlington.
Last season.
Okay.
Showed us around here.
Okay. All right.
That was it.
Because, yeah, I have no contact with this other than getting shot at in the vault. They apparently really didn't want us there. We retreated back to Cyberpunk because they shot at us. It was really ugly.
Okay. Maybe if we go to sleep, we'll wake up and it'll all be back to normal.
Glenn, I don't really feel like going to sleep with potential T-Rexes and pterodactyls around unless you've got a bunker somewhere here.
Looks like they went through the vortex.
Right.
Let's go check out the bomb shelter.
Is it bomb shelter?
You guys head over. I will pull back up the map so we can show them where it is on the map.
Because if there's a bomb shelter, that's where survivors might be. I mean,
well,
why did you say that in the first place?
The bomb shelter is the gate to bloodthirsty women.
Okay.
They take you back along the street over to Elm Street, and then you go south all the way until you get to the last house to the south.
Right, I see it right here.
Yes, and in the gray area right behind the house, they take you around. They take you around the remains of the house to the remains of the bomb shelter. Now, this one looks like it may be possible to clear using the cars and stuff. You will no doubt have many hilarious snapped ropes or rocks suddenly flying out and striking you, causing pause to just leave your body quickly. But it does look possible to clear this.
We've got those mooring ropes. We can. We got plenty of good rope.
There was a hardware store. There might be some chains that survived or something.
Yeah, it's probably under rubble, but it's a good idea.
Anybody in there?
You yell at the pile of rubble that used to be the bomb shelter. The pile of rubble fails to respond to you.
Very well.
So, Glenn and Rock, are we just trying to get out of here, or are we going to try to reset Burlington?
You go first.
It would be nice to reset it.
Yeah, I want to find some. At this point, I want to investigate some more. I want to find some survivors, and this bomb shelter seems to be the best.
Want my damn decoder rings.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he wants decoder rings.
Sorry about survivors.
Okay, so Glenn apparently has lost his mind, and he doesn't care that there's a bunch of dead people and pyramids of human skulls. But I have.
He's not doing great.
I really got shit.
You might not call them people.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. Do they not bleed? Do they not dream? We don't know.
They're. I don't know.
Okay.
They're like the NPCs in Jumanji.
You want to check out the bomb shelter and see if there are any survivors, or maybe that gate to whatever bloodthirsty women is?
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Let's go ahead and try to clear this.
Okay.
No problem. Give me Strength roll to dig and get some chains out of the hardware store.
All right.
Each
That
success
is a success.
Excellent. Take a check in that shit. Each successful strength roll gives you a new chain that will work.
Success again. That's
What am
2
I rolling?
chains.
No, just one per customer, please. Strength.
Oh, okay.
Sheila moves heavy rubble like a girl. Shows her with this huge block. I can't shift it, and you guys are like, ah.
I don't want to get a hernia. The doctor is slain.
Totally made strength.
All right, no problem. You've got 2 good chains. There may be other stuff. Actually, everybody give me luck rolls. Lower is better.
Success on luck.
Okay. Sheila and Glenn.
Luck
Yeah.
at half.
Half?
Luck at under half.
Ooh, math. Right. Okay. So, just so you guys know, from the hardware store, if you don't have to choose now, I don't recommend choosing now. Russ can pick 1 piece of gear. Everybody else can pick 3 pieces of gear each if you need them later. There's miscellaneous shit that right now isn't important, but when you discover what you need, you might go, my God, I take that.
So we don't have to take it right away. We can
No, later.
pick this up later. Okay.
I'm being merciful and kind.
Cool.
Ish. So, no problem. What an interesting adventure you're thinking. Yes, I came up with this fucking 700-800 words just before the session. I was like, why now? Why? I want to take a shower. No, you must type. What about when I was bored last night? No typing then. No type. Quick AFK. Logan goes to the restroom. You guys begin clearing stuff. I'll get a roll from everybody when I get back to see how you do. And if chains snap dramatically and you yank out the back axle of the fucking piece of shit car you're trying and stuff. Does anybody actually have drive auto?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Okay, wait on it. We'll do some rolls on that in a minute. How's that for a fucking plot hook?
Entire zone destroyed, Clem dead. Yeah, that's like a plot lasso.
The fun thing is, if the players were like, nah, we're not going to go there, nothing happens. Just life continues on.
Yep, but I had to mention the Decoder rings, so.
Mm-hmm.
And then our Decoder rings blew up, so, you know.
Oh, no. I had this planned before the session.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, now I know why the Decoder rings blew up, and I don't think we're getting Decoder rings anymore until we reset this zone.
Well, you can't say that you're confused on what you should be doing as far as plot goes, right?
Exactly.
Go season 3.
No, yeah, I was one of the gamers that broke with the open world thing last season. You said you broke some of the gamers. You broke me. I just didn't know what the hell to do. So this is definitely more the kind of game I'm used to playing.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's still plenty of different shit if you decide to go do or whatever. And plus, other people's plots, as Scott and Sheila found out, impact them.
Mm-hmm.
Scott likes that. He said, I love it when Yana's plot stuff
really hard in the face.
repeatedly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all wound up with the Mossad versus random paramilitary organization closing down on red carpet with flashbangs and military equipment, and yeah, that was Yana, keep your shit together. Holy crap.
Well, I must say, thus far in this campaign, there's been a lot of very dramatic plots.
Yeah. I wonder if Yana ever got that note.
The one that was delivered to the school that seems to have broken off from regular reality?
Well, I said I left it in 4 places. I'm not sure how you felt about that. One of them was left under her her priestess poster.
Like I'm gonna remember 4 places. You're lucky to get 1 out of me, dude.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I figured, yeah, and I'm trying to make them somewhat tamper-proof by putting a red wax seal of a serpent on them.
What you need to do instead is figure out or help the whole group come up with a secure message center that everybody can use. Because if you do that, then I'll just let you start leaving messages on the fucking boards for each other. The boards that somebody never checks. Stop hiding. So, you guys are still muted, by the way. Let's start. Everybody give me, as you are clearing away the bomb shelter, who's going to be the driver of the car? Because you only need 1 person and then the R2 for the heavy backbreaking labor.
I'm pretty good at driving.
I've got professional driving.
I've got somewhat better than professional driving.
It looks like I'm moving rocks.
That's chivalry for you.
So,
which of you 2 is driving?
I'll make the drive rolls.
Cool.
Sure.
I just want 1.
Success at half. Oh no, that's a 45. That's not a 35. No, that's just a regular success.
I was gonna say, are you fucking evil Knievel driving? Okay, great.
No, I would have said I was an expert if I had 90.
From you 2, does anybody have rope and pulley or block and tackle still? I forgot exactly what it was called.
I've got knot tying.
Yeah, that's
sure.
not the same thing.
Sure, you can support your rope and pulley type skill with that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe you called it rope and pulley.
Perfect.
I seem to remember that from the boards.
Hooray.
Knot
I have
tying.
an assistant +5.
God damn.
Support.
I have a skill plus 15.
Okay.
So between those, well, one of those 2.
We can't put both of them on?
When have you ever been able to play 2 skill plus cards to 1 roll?
I'm not sure. I thought we could stack them.
Never.
Actually, we did that. Actually, we did that when we were doing the lightsaber thing. We did.
No,
I can
each
do
person.
it plus.
You can play extra supports. Like if you have a support skill and she has a support skill, you can both play it on him. But normal skill.
We played multiple cards. You let us do that. Because I had like a 75% chance of at learn removing a lightsaber. So yeah,
I think you may have used the I can do it cards there.
I did, and we used additional cards beyond I can do it to get me way the hell up there.
Those are supporters.
Okay, so
if you want to trade me the 15,
I'll trade you the 15,
play it.
And then can she use a supporter card? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she could totally support if she has a supporter skill card. He can only play 1 skill plus card, but then you guys can each play supporters onto him as well.
All right, we're good.
All right, I have an assistant +5 for you.
Okay.
He's up to plus 20. Plus is 5 for not tying, so 25.
It's a critical supporting myself. Is that plus 10?
Sure. 35 or 30.
Today.
You're up to plus 30.
Okay.
30 is my
I'll
guess.
play the skill 15.
No, the plus 30 includes the skill 15.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I'm assuming you're playing that.
Right in the middle of the street there.
Okay.
It's a giant card.
So it's 30 plus my learn.
Good luck. We're all counting on you. Otherwise, you may be trapped in here forever. Taking a death from this is not beyond the realm of possibility. Just everybody eventually dies.
Could I also support with Slick Stone Spell?
That one just makes it slipperier, right?
Yeah.
You do realize you're going to burn up all your good rolls supporting yourself, and then you're going to blow the main roll, right?
That's not how it works.
That's absolutely how it works.
Sure. In this case, I will let you roll your slick stone, and if you make it, it's an air +5, so then you'll be up to 35 instead of 30. Sure, go for it. Good use of that spell.
Mm-hmm.
Just for this situation. I'm not saying all the time, but for here and now, great. God damn.
Made it.
See, now you're going to blow your main roll.
If Russ is correct, I'm giving him a card just for I told you so.
For pessimism.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's how this shit works.
35.
So plus 35 plus your learn, man.
That's how we didn't get
All
any like
right.
Made it at half.
Defying Murphy's Law. Very nice, Scott.
Scott, take a card and look smugly at Russ. Cool. You guys clear the way. There is a tunnel going down into unnaturally darkness. On some of the rungs, you see a bit of frost.
Okay, I take one of my glow sticks, break it in half, and drop it down.
After a couple of feet, it suddenly or a few feet. After a while, not long, it suddenly just disappears way too soon.
Okay.
Whoa.
So this is a gate to bloodthirsty women, huh?
Huh? What?
I said this is a gate to bloodthirsty women, huh?
We never actually saw it. This might be something different.
Well, it looks like there's a space-time gate there.
We've never gone in here. This was just from Mr. Kinley.
What do
Or just what it was.
other gates look like? Is this normal? Are they all different?
Who are you addressing that to?
I'm asking the GM. We've been through some gates.
They're all fucking different, which irritates you. This is what the Rock is saying is possible. It may be a gate,
or it's a loop back to something else, like up in the sky, and we're just going to fall, and go back through the gate, and fall again, and go back through the gate. You know,
that would suck ass.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting.
My day is complete.
So investigate further and see if we can reset, or go for the gate.
Well, we've got it uncovered. We can escape if we need to.
Right.
Let's poke around a bit more.
Is there a lock on this thing, Logan?
Used to be.
Yeah.
Net in the mirror.
All right. Let's poke around some more.
Sure. A particular poking around area you'd like to poke around?
Let's go to the bowling alley.
No problem. It looks like it has been pretty smashed up, but there is a lane still available, and if you don't mind setting up your pins manually, you could actually still play a couple of games.
Going for a check in bowling.
He begins to play. He has the best game of his life among the fucking smell of death.
No, I could not keep up with you, Rock. Good job.
Yeah, smoked us.
Wow. It's not even close. And plus the porn stash while he's bowling, doing a very 1970s type thing, it's impossible to catch him.
That's right. I truly look like I belong on the PBA tour.
It's kind of fucking frightening, actually.
Yeah, if I had a ridiculous shirt, bowling shirt, that would top it off. Let's go to the clothing store and see if we can find one.
If you want to go pull it off.
No.
Post office.
No problem. You go to the remains of the post office and whatnot. you poke around, you come up with some like partially burned stamps and stuff like that.
Okay. Is it mostly rubble or?
It's been pretty thoroughly fucked up and then set on fire.
Like people came in here to mess with it, or just like more dino slash.
There's some blood and stuff, like somebody running around with like some sort of knife or sword, or Alex Kinley chopping away type deal. In fact, this could be the work of the other party, for all you know. You may show up and finally get to meet the woman with no name and find her wearing a fucking necklace of fingers. You don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna look down at my belt and ask Hercule if he knows where the VR reset for this world is.
Hercule just goes,
Nice. Okay.
your cockpit appears not to be talking to you right now.
No help from the brown AI. Okay.
Okay. On the west end of town, there's a little green square thing. Do we know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
There's trees and stuff that go off. Give me tracking rolls now that you're over there looking around for a green square.
Success.
Don't go too far past the post office, but yeah, not a fumble.
He goes like this. He's like, don't go too far. I don't want to lose Sandy on this. Just keep back. Keep back. It seems to be helping his mental stability to do that. You guys, however, noticed that. Did you guys make your tracking? Did anybody make their tracking roll?
I did.
The porn stash tracker.
Is that a fumble, Sheila?
A fumble?
I think that's a fumble.
Oh,
He begins like trying to kick dirt over one of the tracks as you're looking at, but fortunately, the tracks are so big that it's really hard to get rid of giant dinosaur tracks. She seems intent on slowly destroying the tracks. Given enough time, if you leave her alone, she will eventually manage to blot out one of the footprints, but there are many, so you're okay. But your guess, Rock, is that this could be where the initial attack came from, is the direction that Glenn dare not look.
Interesting.
They came in from over there.
If you
Gotta
say
get
where-
my finger on the camera. There we go. They came in from over there.
You know, if we had these dinosaur tracks back in our regular world, they'd be like priceless.
With 4 toes, people would think that they are frauds. Plus the fact that they're super recent.
Yeah.
This could be a problem.
To like bake them or something.
Meanwhile, Sheila finishes up with her first one. She moves over to the second, saying, I don't see shit, and she keeps kicking it.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop trying to track. Stop trying to track. You're no good at this.
I didn't see it.
I saw it. Don't worry about it. We know what happened.
Are there any the other buildings that we're going through? I want to look through the buildings and see, was that the only playing card in this freaking town?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Take a card. All the corpses have different cards on.
Oh.
That's a lot of cards.
It is
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of cards.
All jokers?
No, different values, like ace of clubs, 3 of hearts, etc.
Same design on the back.
So there's only 54 people in town?
Apparently, they brought multiple decks just in case there was more.
Oh.
But everybody give me a history roll. Scott, you're at -30. Everybody else is at full.
Fail.
Fail.
Fuck history. So, there you go.
Right. He's at -30 because he wasn't around for Vietnam. You mentioned this was from Vietnam already, Logan. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
Glenn?
you guys are
Can
really-
Glenn make a future roll?
Future history.
The future is now.
Well, I want to go check out where they came from,
Like-
even though you say we shouldn't do that.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
I'm gonna walk the other way and meet them at the bed and breakfast.
Okay, I walk to the west where they came from and probably wind up getting gated somewhere by myself where there's demons. Okay.
Give me a tracking roll for interesting shit that it wasn't there before.
That's a fail.
You are too distracted by coming out the opposite side town. Give me a sandy roll. What was Dana doing?
She was gonna be with Rock.
Also, tracking roll, sandy roll.
Okay, I made tracking
Made it?
this time. Yeah. And then sanity, a d6 for it.
No, just roll your
What was it?
percentile to see if you get under your current sanity.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
Yes, I did. Thankfully.
One more point toward space time as you're coming in from the east side of town now. But
Okay. One more point towards space time.
apparently, what it does prove to be worth it though, because Dana's like right about here. She says, turning you back to look at. You can see footprints going both ways. So she found the invisible seam, so to speak. And apparently, according to her, this is where they came from initially and went back to.
Huh.
Whoa.
Exactly. Huh, indeed.
So the east-west border was some kind of, maybe acted as some kind of gate. They came out of the wraparound, is basically what it looks like, right?
Yeah. But exactly what happened, if you had a way of being able to see magic and shit, that'd be a big help.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make an essence roll to see if I can sense anything.
Sure, give me essence times 1. You go,
Made it.
holy
I'm gonna
fuck.
try to.
Add a third.
No problem. Glad you feel safe and secure not having to make that fucking sandy roll.
Didn't make it.
She goes, "Wah!" And the rest go, "Wah!" And Glenn's looking over and you see he's still going, "Wah! Wah!"
Told you so, damn it.
They're dying.
It is one of the weirdest things you've ever seen, Glenn.
Do I see Glenn just like turning the shade back closed on us?
So what do I get for my essence times 1.5?
There seems to be an odd feeling here, like there's a closed doorway ahead of you, but you really would need to be able to see it somehow and then analyze it.
Right.
Actually, give me an analyze magic because you feel shit.
Success.
Okay, your guess is that this closed gate thing is kind of spiking the zone, and this could be what is preventing it from doing its normal Happy Friday thing.
Blah.
Happy Friday. Meatloaf.
Dana, blah.
Ah.
She goes,
There's some foreign presence in this zone that doesn't belong here.
Something.
The only thing I can think of that would work really well is to get the breaker over here. And that might be extremely dangerous because I'm not sure that the rest of it isn't magical.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
breaker's kind of like saying, I think a nuke might do it here.
And we're trying to restore their usual balance of magic.
In order to do that, I think we need to cancel out this gate doorway that we don't know how to open.
Huh.
All right, so we return to Glenn, and I block him in.
Oh.
He seems fascinated.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you try stabbing it?
No, I didn't touch it. I'm afraid to mess things up. It's very unusual and possibly unstable. I'm not sure, removing this thing may make the whole zone wink out of existence. We don't know what that's gonna do. I suspect it'll reset the zone and we'll have Burleton back. But it could do something awful too.
Is there anything left of the bed and breakfast?
Enough that you could probably sleep in there and maybe have a drink. There's there's enough food for a few days. After that, you will begin starving to death and eventually die horribly, and then find out the fun-filled resurrection package in this campaign. It'll be awesome.
This is where we stayed while we were here, so if we wanted to sleep and see if that did anything, this is probably the place.
Again, with the sleeping with dinosaurs and pterodactyls.
They're not here. They're gone.
No, they are. They left. We saw that. Dana tracked it to them going back. But we don't know that they're not going to return.
How old are the bodies? Can I try some forensics? How long have they been dead?
Yes, you can try some forensics. Go for it.
Pulls out her liver thermometer.
Please.
You got a liver thermometer, right?
Maybe it was in the hardware store?
If you want to use one of your items for that, sure. Well, it wouldn't be quite liver. It'd be like for cooking a turkey or something, but they do have those.
It pops up. And
forensics at a third.
There are other ways of discovering how long a body's been there, though.
Scott rolled forensics at a third.
Okay.
Did Sheila make hers?
I did not make it, and I'm not using it to get a thermometer.
Right. Well, the bodies are pretty close to room temperature now anyway, because they cool off like 2 degrees per hour or something after death, something like that. But from lividity and stuff like that, how bendy, flexy the corpses still are. You're guessing it's been maybe close to a 24-hour period since this brutal fucking slaughter happened.
You say this room, and you say this place resets itself every 24 hours?
I don't know if it's every 24 hours or if it's just when you sleep.
Huh. Okay. Because if things keep happening again and again in this zone, the Armageddon might happen again and again in this zone.
That's what I was saying, Rock. I'm glad you're on board.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Dana, you said that?
Way before.
Okay.
Apparently the 1950s is rubbing off on them, and only men are allowed to come up with ideas and have anything useful to say.
Okay, I've got lots of good cards to trade. I'm doing an insta-hero for myself that I just pulled.
Well, first you have to discard one down, then you can do the instant hero.
Oh, well. Damn it.
Yeah. Life sucks.
All right, I'm going to drop the round division. And insta-hero. Bam.
So, and it's okay if storytelling is not this accurate. Am I thinking, because we know when we first woke up in the Rock's apartment. So how long has it been, fellas, since our Ovaltine decoders went off to now?
About 8-9 hours. Time it took me to go back to, we don't know what happened in the other zones, but it was about 8 hours of futzing around red carpet.
Our best guess. So that probably, maybe, is the amount of time that it's been since they closed the gate behind them.
Good point.
So they killed bodies, rampaged, and then maybe left 8 hours ago. And that's what broke things, maybe?
but the bodies are 24 hours old. So they had to have killed them. There's a time dilation here going on. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking maybe it took 16 hours to put cards on everybody. How meticulous is that? Make the mountain of heads. There's artistry at work. Cannot be rushed.
That's true. Evidence analysis. Does that wash? Fail.
No, she is a bloody liar. Never trust a woman or a government.
I don't believe that for 1 second. That makes about as much sense as Santa Claus delivering presents to everybody around the world in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I made my evidence analysis.
Men should mind their own business. Women are correct in this. Mm-hmm.
Not men in general, just men specifically.
Just rock, right, yes. Well, men in general and rock in specific, maybe.
I think I didn't understand what Sheila was talking about before because you guys told me about the resetting later.
Nobody understands what Sheila is talking about. That's why we like her. So
I was wondering what it was.
So you guys are sitting there. Everybody give me a memory roll. And if you make it by 30 or less, I'll tell you something neat.
Nope. I remember nothing.
Nope.
You've been in town for hours. You're just sitting there going, You're not really sure of anything that the players themselves don't know. You look blank. You stare into the distance, trying to fathom things. You wonder if you become a goldfish. Yeah, there you go. So, What do you guys do now?
So we were in Gothic, and the ring started whining and disintegrated.
Yep.
I want to try to go to the TV shop.
No problem. You walk right over there. The remains of the TV shop. There's a couple salvageable TVs and stuff, as a matter of fact.
Are these the big console TVs that look like pieces of furniture?
They are fucking huge wooden things with itty bitty fucking screens that are smaller than the goddamn monitor I'm looking at.
Right, yeah.
You can literally sleep on top of one of these fuckers.
Let's get a Nintendo and hook it up.
Ooh, they didn't make Nintendo this early, dude. This is 1950s.
I know. I want to go to another zone, get a Nintendo, and bring it back here just to play Nintendo.
It'd probably blow out the vacuum tubes. Yeah.
All right. I open one up and take some vacuum tubes.
Speak sense, Rock. You're making up words.
He breaks open the ultra-modern, strange demon box and pulls out several. Rock, give me an electronics roll.
That's a fail.
It just shows him just breaking up everything, and he stuffs a bunch of broken glass and wire into his pocket and goes, Don't write down vacuum tubes, write down broken glass and wire. So.
Okay, cool.
Is there anything other than broken glass? Is there anything neat in here?
No. There is a corpse of an old dude who had his head and a couple fingers and stuff removed. Yeah.
Super neat.
Yeah, it looks as though the corpse was molested. You're not sure before or after death over the counter.
We're not gonna analyze that.
You're wishing that they left the pants on at least, but just
because,
like I said, horrible things. Whatever did this gets an A++ in brutality.
Because Kinley had mentioned talking head in regards to TV shop, and
I have no idea.
I don't see anything like this. This head is not talking.
Now, if he had a head, then it might. The remains of the truck outside say the slogan is "We'll fix you for good," and apparently he got fixed for good. I love going back to these old zones and just nostalgia.
Glenn, did you want to see if you're still the top scorer of the pinball machine? Isn't that where you got your quarter?
Yeah, I put in my initials.
They probably
Well,
erased it.
I didn't put in my initials. I think I put in POO.
Still funny after all these decades.
That's hilarious. I don't know why that's so funny. The only thing that would be funnier is COK. ASS.
Thought about ass, but poo's classic.
Actually, I think ASS is an organization. Alex Kinley was talking about it with Esty Blumenfeld. And apparently when he got done joining ASS, he came back a servitor of white. So...
Oh, it's gotten worse than just being an ass. Now there's good ass and bad ass. I didn't come up with any of that.
What?
Who's a servitor of white?
Kinley? It seems to give him red carpet regeneration powers in every zone.
Wow.
I know because I hit him twice in the back in Gothic San Angeles fighting the Kraken, and it just kind of healed up right away.
When you got buried in the sand, wasn't the little kid have the white eyes?
Yes.
Maddie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like watching Scott's brain explode. You know, Sheila, if you get hold of these videos and then take each of those pictures out of him stressing out and shit, they will give you heartwarming stuff for those days you argue. Just open the picture book and flip through them and you will feel so much better.
No.
I imagine she'll see a progression of Scott getting more and more.
He shows gray hair sprouting.
By the time he's done, he'll look like he's been president of the United States for 2 terms.
People fucking with each other.
Yeah, the white-eyed people were like, we're at war. So I look at Rock's brown eyes. Is that with you?
Not that I know of.
Okay, then.
The horse also has brown eyes, but they're not glowing, and he's going.
I suspect it might be blue or yellow. They seem to be causing problems in all the zones.
Well, the woman with no name was pissed because somebody got her girlfriend pregnant and she had the baby with white eyes. So presumably that's Alex.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure you got to see the lady who had the baby. She also had white eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody except you has white eyes.
I forgot about that.
Turn around, white eyes.
How do we unblock the gate? Let's throw a bunch of fiber at it.
Hey, Logan.
Whoa.
I pulled out those stained glass specs.
You see a place where you can plug in the Chris, as discussed earlier. I don't think there's a Chris currently plugged in.
Oh, I thought there was Chris currently plugged in. Can I make a luck roll on that?
Sure, give me a luck at -30, and you are correct, and I am wrong.
Crit.
Okay, there's a fucking Chris plugged in. It's at full charges with that roll. So that means that you have 50 uses. Each use lasts about a minute. And walking around while looking through them, not advised. You will fucking face plant or something. Also, reminder, even though you have a shockproof case and stuff, these are super fucking delicate, made of stained glass and wire by people who are not good at it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head over to the gate area.
Yeah.
And look at it through the glasses.
Excellent. Mark off a charge. The charges work the same way that bullets in your gun work. Okay.
Sure.
Great. Although with this, you can, if you take it to a professional who can reload it, so to speak, put a new Chris on it. Also, the Chris is exposed on this. So if while you're wearing it, if somebody makes a shot at like -60 and hits the Chris, it will probably blow your head off, which would be an interesting way to die.
So do not wear them in combat. Got it. Do I lose a magic point for activating them?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't have them on me in combat because the super padded case you've got is not fucking resistant to stabbing, bullets, brutalization beyond occasional drop. Or if you fall off a cliff, you may blow your leg off, which will also be funny, and then you could become Hopalong. Just
Okay, well, so unfortunately, I've got these on me, and if we get into combat, I'll have to like put them down first before I fight. But
I recommend it. As far as that goes, you see a bunch of the weird magical energies and stuff, which allow you to give me an allies magic roll. Allies magic roll.
Fail.
Wow, look at the pretty lights. You would love to drop acid while wearing these. That would be a fucking intense experience.
Okay, so is anybody else with me? Did anybody follow me?
I think
Sure, I'm following you.
Put these on and give it a try.
Glenn is reluctant to approach. Are you approaching, Glenn?
Yeah, it seems
Give
they
me a
don't.
sandy roll, Glenn.
What? No.
Give me a sandy roll. Look at that. Fucking, you can see footprints and halves of footprints, and you know it's here, and it's fucking with your head. Ah, says Glenn as his head begins to literally split open. He's trying to hold it shut to keep the gooey brains inside.
It's supposed to be a sand roll if you go through it.
No, it's just sand roll for being close to it because you know it's here. It's like getting close to the fucking killer wearing the old Captain Kirk mask and saying, but it's only if he stabs you, right? No, you're close to him. You know he's there.
Okay, so I marked 2 charges off the glasses. You guys mark off a magic point each and see if you can make your analyze magic rolls.
Cool.
Okay.
Good,
Can
good
I
work.
is the analyze magic off of learn or off of essence?
Learn. Scott, you made your sandy roll. It's only 1 point toward space-time distortion or time-space distortion, whichever is on the sheet.
Icky.
Times
Hey, your sandy hasn't quite gotten as low as the woman with no names yet.
All right, I'm putting on the goggles. I'm adding a +5 on skill.
Go team.
I did not make it.
Pretty lights. Pretty lights.
I don't know what they mean, but they are.
Can I give this multiple tries, or is it done when I'm done?
You're done. It's all comes down to Glenn. Everything is all about Glenn. He's got his head fused back together. You can see the big ridge where he managed to push it together so his brains didn't pop out being this close to the thing. He looks at it and says, I'm confused. No, go ahead and roll and see if you say that.
Okay. Does anybody want a haste?
I'll give you the replenish for the haste. This is for a discard, right?
Yeah, you're discarding. You got to replenish. You guys have some great cards.
Yeah.
Well done.
Do we want to do a replenish before we do this and maybe I can do it?
No, we're full of good cards.
I was going to say, out of the 400 or whatever cards in the deck, chances of getting one are not great.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, they're not, but, that's just the way we play.
All right. Drop the round revision, unless somebody wants it.
Nope.
I have an assistant +5 that I was going to plop on you right now, but that doesn't help.
Yeah. I've also got an assistant +5. I was going to trade you.
Trade me an assistant +5, Scott, for the replenish, and I'll assist you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since they can each only play one assistant on you. Yeah. That way you're at your maximum assistancing.
And you're good at learning.
So you're +10.
Yeah. I've actually got points in Analyze Magic now. Twinned up.
Go team. It's all up to you. Everything rides on your shoulders.
Did we finalize the detect magic spell?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Even if you did, you've got the goggles on. Cool. The goggles kind of trump it a lot. So, no worries. Hold on, let me flip back to that.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah, it's weird. Nobody expected that. So, hold on a second.
We're rocking and rolling today.
Yeah, you guys are doing really well on your rolls and shit. By the way, some of the buildings are still on a little bit of fire, although it's mostly smoke by now. Let's see.
Yeah, this is really recent. It seems to me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your successful analyze magic. It seems like this gate is ready to be opened or reopened whenever, but it's not from this end unless you had some sort of key. There seems to be some sort of lock on it. What kind of lock? It's like a magic lock thing on it. So if you had some sort of key, then you could open it. But somebody left the gate here. If you had some sort of key, you could open it, or if you knew some kind of spell to get rid of the whole thing, that might work. But you don't have any of that shit, to the best of my knowledge.
Is there a coin slot anywhere?
That'd be quarter, ting, done. Back to Happy Fridays. No more fucking human pyramid heads Fridays. Those are not Happy Fridays.
Glenn, is there a certain like color around the lock, like whatever that sleeping guy was happening with?
That's a great question. No, it's different magic than that, but I'm giving you a card anyway because I like the way you're thinking.
All right, I take my glasses back. Thank you, Glenn.
Glenn's just standing there and somebody goes, yep. And he's like, all right.
Back in the case in the pocket.
Yeah.
Very carefully.
Yeah, you're. Oh, aside from that magic item, what other magic items do you have on you currently? Oh, you got the stones.
I got 7 crystals. Yeah.
You are the right motherfucker to be holding those glasses. I'll tell you what. So, do either of you other two have magic items?
Oh, I don't have my rings anymore.
I've got a circular stone with a face that changes. And a button flute. That might not be magic.
I think those are both tech devices. You bought those from Sad Robot. He does not sell magic shit. So those are both actually tech devices.
Yeah, I have Magitech pistol.
Magitech pistol is a magic item. Cool.
Got one of those.
Cool. Well, we know what's ready to disappear.
I don't know about the quarter.
Yeah.
The quarter is just weird, so I don't think that's magic or tech, really. Well, you could spend it as a quarter, too. So it has multiple properties.
Okay.
Weird and practical at the same time.
Yeah. So, yeah, your Magitech pistols are pretty much on the line until you guys solve this. Not just for you, but for the team. So you guys do the good things, and then Yana collects. Yana would really love this place, actually, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
So many people to skin.
I was thinking she did this, but I guess nobody's skinned.
Nobody is skinned, so you're pretty certain she didn't. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of skinned corpses around. Because that's what one does when one develops the wrong insanities. That look, like, the fuck, Logan.
Throw something in and see if it comes out the other side while I'm looking the other way.
I don't want to see somebody throw things.
I stare right at it, not seeing this coming at all.
Well, keep in mind that the gate is a kind of a subtle thing. You can throw like rocks and shit and they don't hit you in the back of the head. They just appear to go a little further and stuff. Without the footprints and stuff coming out of this, you probably wouldn't have found the quote seam at all. So it's extremely subtle. It's just the forest all kind of looks about the same and stuff, and the sunlight coming through the dappling of trees and the distant smoke of the burning city, the usual romantic notions.
Okay, I'm gonna dig a line in the ground where the seam is on this side.
You mark it. Great, done.
Okay.
Can I tell from Glenn's description, like, are we talking about a physical key? What type of key are we?
No, something
Can I use
probably magical. You're pretty certain.
any type of magic knowledge here?
What kind of
to
magic knowledge
learn
did you
more.
have in mind?
Let me peruse the list.
She's a wizard, Harry. Oh, damn it, everybody's a wizard. Harry, stop your whining. Now.
I guess if I had to guess a write-in skill, I'd say portkey lore.
Ooh.
Is that something I can roll on, Logan?
I don't really have port keys as per Harry Potter. He's busy shining my wand right
Occult
now.
lore?
Sure, give me a cult lore.
I've made a cult lore at less than half.
Well done. You're
Nice.
thinking it's back to the keymaster gatekeeper type of thing.